So you excited to be back? It's been a while.
It's been a bit. I'm really looking forward to it.
Is there anything else? Anything else new?
Does anything else need to be new than my masterpiece?
Movie, right? All right, man. We'll see you in a little bit.
Okay, man. Looking forward to it.
Quentin Tarantino's coming in today.
Oh, that's cool.
He's got a new movie called Inglourious Basterds, Basterds. Don't ask me why it's spelled that way.
Well, we can find out today.
I don't think he has an answer.
Oh.
Because
maybe he didn't know how to spell bastards?
Maybe.
That would be great.
But anyway, you mean maybe he's like... what's your comedian friend? Bob Levy.
Bob Levy.
Yeah.
My comedian friend.
Bob Levy. Can't spell.
Yes. Pulp Fiction was originally P-H-I-C-C-I-O-N.
Yeah, someone put it through the spell check. But, it's funny. They said, would you go to a screening of the movie? I said, listen, I'm pretty tied up. I can't get out at night to see a screening of the movie. They said, all right, we're going to give you a screener copy of this movie to watch over the weekend. So they send you out the screening copy. And, obviously, and I don't blame them. They're paranoid about it being copied or ripped off. But I think with me, I'm a pretty safe bet. But they send you a copy of the movie where I put in the DVD player. First of all, across the entire top of the movie is Howard Stern. You see my name throughout the whole film. Howard Stern, property, blah, blah, blah. So the entire top part of the movie is cut off. Then I notice they intentionally, it's not high def or anything like that, they intentionally give you a blurry copy.
Jeez.
So you can't really see the movie all that well between my name.
They must think this is a great film.
Yeah, I mean, they carry on with this. I'm never doing this I'm not doing it anymore.
You're not asking anymore.
No more, because they give you such a poor copy of it that it's not an enjoyable experience. And then across the bottom is, most of the film is subtitled.
Oh.
I'd say about 70% of it. And the subtitles are fine because but when they're blurry, they're hard to read.
So the subtitles were blurry, too.
The whole film was blurry.
It's odd that a director would allow someone like you to see a film like that.
I don't think he knows that. In other words...
I bet he'd be livid.
He would, because, I mean, listen, I understand...
this is way too many obstacles to seeing a film.
And it's so ridiculous because I know that they give out screening copies to a lot of people that are high def and all this, but okay, listen, I'm not going to whine about it. I just thought it'd be nice to see the movie before the guy came in.
Before he came.
Well, by the way, I love the movie, despite all the obstacles.
All of this going on.
I thought it was great.
I'm dying to see it.
Really enjoyed it. Brad Pitt was good in it. There's a guy who plays a Nazi who is just an amazing actor.
Yeah?
I don't know his name.
You don't know him?
Don't know him. You probably would. You know everything about the movies. I don't know anything. But I really enjoyed the movie. And...
oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear that.
It's a bunch of Jewish guys. It's a fantasy, a bunch of Jewish guys in World War II.
That's what I said. It sounds to me like how we wish the war had gone.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Or at least part of it.
You got Jews scalping Nazis. I mean, it's like, and Jews beating Nazis in the head with baseball
right. Now
bats.
We're getting, what we're getting in the movies? Because Defiance has Jews fighting back. We're getting the Jews fighting back movie.
Yeah, by the way... And you sit there and you go, gee, if only a couple of Jews picked up some guns, maybe they could have blown a fucking head off a Nazi or two.
Right.
But, at the time they figured, well, this isn't going to be so bad. And
these are the civilized people. It won't be bad.
You need a gun.
Unfortunately, there were no guns around in Nazi Germany. Unfortunately, 60 years too late, all these fantasies.
Yeah.
But... And by the way, Nazis always seem like buffoons, like so easily beatable.
Yeah, well, that's not true, unfortunately.
Yeah, they weren't so easy to beat. But the fact of the matter is the movie was good. It was fun to watch the movie. And but boy, oh boy, they sure make it hard to see. I mean, I tell you,
You got to go see the movie again now and really enjoy it.
I guess. Or maybe I wouldn't enjoy it as much. I don't know. But
the obstacles.
Quentin Tarantino is a big shot. He is a film director. He gets to go to all the parties. He probably bangs the greatest chicks.
Is he in the system or is he outside?
He's in the system. He could say he's a rebel, but he is in the system.
All right.
Hey, man. Hey. Quentin, great to see you.
Good to see you. The couch is throwing me, though. I'm always used to the big Butcher block.
This couch is an updated couch. You should be more comfortable. I think you're going to look better on this couch. Let me
Yeah,
see.
there you go. Okay, cool.
Nice, right?
I'm digging on this.
How you been?
Very good.
I saw your movie. I saw it this week, and they sent me over a screening copy. They make it fuzzy, which I was going to fucking kill somebody.
Or is that how the movie looks?
Yeah,
He's not sure.
Did you shoot it?
Yeah, I had a tracking problem during the making of the movie.
I noticed your new film has the name Howard Stern across the top. I appreciate the publicity. It's very, very nice of you.
Is that in 3,000 theaters?
Yeah. I wonder. Imagine they put that one in.
Yeah, just like, I guess we're recurring favor a little bit.
I love the movie. You are a genius. It's when I read that you have an IQ of 160, is that really true? Because I'm thinking of starting the opposite kind of rumor about myself, that my IQ is 75. This way,
You will get...
no, whenever I read about you, it says he has an IQ of 160. Do you have
That's something my mother said.
You don't even know if it's true.
I don't even know if it's true.
Right.
Because why are you wasting your time making movies? You should be really applying.
Yeah, like create a cure for cancer.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
really, these movies. But the funny thing is that, Gary even said to me a couple of years ago, let's press release that you have an IQ of about, let's give you a 155.
Yeah, who's going
not
to
as high as
challenge you?
you.
They're not going to test you.
And I say, no, Gary, tell everyone my IQ is super low. I think that would be really cool that a
And then
retarded
they'll
guy.
forgive you.
A retarded guy, basically someone who has, minimal intelligence, got this far in life.
And no wonder he does the
Well,
things
it's the
he
whole
does.
idea of like, say you're older than you actually are. So people go, well, you look great.
That's right. People go the opposite way. It's so wrong. This movie, I like this movie a lot. I think you got a winner on your hands.
Oh, thanks.
But what gave you this idea that, Jews would be scalping Nazis and fighting back? I mean, come on.
It's wonderful to watch Jews fighting back and scalping.
Exactly.
It's a fantasy.
It's about time,
Yeah,
actually.
exactly. It's nice
but
to
it's
see.
a little too late.
And why did you cast Eli Roth, who used to guard my door? Do you know this
Yes,
story?
I know the story,
When
actually.
I was shooting Private
He's
Parts.
a director, though.
Why didn't you cast me as Jew Bear or whatever?
Yeah, the Jew Bear.
The Jew Bear. Why wouldn't I
You're
have
too
been
busy, man.
busy for you? No way. Come on, stop it. You could change my life like you did Travolta's.
Well, one of the things is because Eli does a fantastic Boston accent. That is almost an impossible accent to get
Yeah,
unless
I can't
you're
do
from
that.
there.
I could never do that. Do you? You still in touch with Travolta? Does he? I mean, you did change his life.
Oh yeah. No. We it's, you know how it is when you're running around doing stuff. We talk to each other every couple of years.
You don't survive something like your son dying the way what just happened to him.
Yeah.
I feel awful for the guy.
Oh, I mean, and especially because I knew how. I mean, everyone loves him for the most part, but I mean, I know how important his son was to
Devoted
him.
to his son.
Exactly.
And but did you make a phone call to Travolta after something like that happens? I'm bad at that stuff.
I'm kind of emotionally immature when
You
it comes
didn't
to
do
stuff
it.
like that.
You
Now,
didn't make the call.
It happened when I was in Germany, and I actually heard about it. Like way after the fact, to tell you the truth. It wasn't like I heard about it, oh, this happened last weekend. I heard about it way after the fact, and I was still in Germany. And truth be told, I haven't called him.
You still haven't called
I
him.
still haven't called him. No.
You could send an e-card, one of those e-cards, where something.
Where
I mean,
you get a
acknowledge this.
gerbil on the cover and it talks to you.
Yeah, they're talking gerbil. I'm so sorry. No, but seriously, because when you make these movies, and especially when you make a movie with Travolta and you change his whole career, which I mean is unbelievable. You see, I fantasize that you guys are close after something like that. But I guess after the movie, you kind of just go your separate ways.
No. It's not quite like that. I mean, the thing about it is, you're really close. But the thing is, especially in a thing where you're making movies where, like, you could be spending 8 months in Cairo for all you know, or this place or that place. You see each other, but you see each other every couple of years or something, or you go out of your way to, like, hey, let's get together and let's have dinner, or let's have a bottle of wine or something, and you make sure that stuff like that happens. But it's not like, oh, I can just call him up and say, hey, meet me at the corner bar.
It's not like that.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I mean, it could be like that if we happen to be living in the same town and I'm not working and he's not working.
See, your casting decisions are really interesting to me. Like, sometimes you'll pick someone like Travolta, who was basically sort of washed up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people forget that. When you chose him, it was kind of like, Travolta, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that was kind of the big thing at that time when I was doing it, was people like, what, the guy from Welcome Back, Kotter? Oh, man, he's over. He's done.
Right. I mean...
Did you consider him for another movie before that?
No. Actually, what happened was I'd only really done Reservoir Dogs before Pulp Fiction.
Right, I thought you were looking at him for one of
I know
those roles.
what you're talking about. I actually just got to. The thing is, I've always liked him. I always thought he was terrific. So I got together with him not about Pulp Fiction, just to meet him.
Right.
All right, one of those things because it'll happen. Like
directors do that a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
They'll meet with someone just to get a vibe.
That's exactly it. And the thing is, like, you go and you have lunch with somebody that you admire, you think they're a good actor, and if you get on. If you click, then you're even more inclined to think about them for something coming up.
Why have you never had me in one of these lunches? How dare you? You realize how fine.
He got your vibe, Howard.
He got my vibe right here. I never heard from you again. Why do people meet with me?
There's no investigation I need to do.
Yeah, why do people meet with me and do no further investigation required? What is it about me? The shades, the big nose? I mean, what does it to you? But, it's so interesting to me. Now in Inglourious Basterds, you got Brad Pitt. Which, when you get a Brad Pitt to be in your movie, you go, yeah, eureka, because this guy's box office gold, right? I mean, but to convince the guy, and I don't know if this is true, you go, like right after his twins are born to Angelina Jolie, you're like almost in the hospital with him.
She was in the hospital when I went to visit,
She's in the hospital. Where do you go to visit him? At the house?
Yeah, I went to his house in
You get invited
in
to the house?
Yeah.
In France?
In France?
Yeah.
Is that where she gave birth, in France?
Yeah,
No, what do? You pick up the phone and you say, hey, Brad, I got a new movie.
No, actually, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Me and Brad didn't really know each other. We just seen each other from time to time.
Right.
And, I knew he wanted to work with me, and he knew I wanted to work with him. So that was out there.
Right.
And just, it has to be the right thing. So hopefully that'll happen one day. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. And I'm writing the script, and I'd start thinking, well, Brad could be terrific for this role. And
I would never have thought of him for that role. Well, that's
he
what
was
makes
the
you
only
agree.
person I could think of,
Wow,
actually.
and he was quite good in it.
Yeah, normally his situation is, I'm proud of my second choice or my third choice, and I might even end up preferring my second choice because it's a whole different movie than the one I made in my head.
Yeah.
But to me, he was so kind of nailed that character so much in my brain that it was like there was no second or third choice. It would have just been a different character with somebody else.
He's a good actor.
I
like him.
So. I think he's
thought
fantastic.
Interview with a Vampire was terrific.
Well,
right?
yeah, well, I actually also think that I'm working with him at the best time.
Right.
To work with him.
Because he's probably miserable with all those kids, and now he'll give you 100% because he doesn't want to go home, right?
No, is
that what you're thinking?
No, it's more the fact is like, now he's in his 40s. The pretty boy stuff is gone. He's still really handsome.
Right.
But that pretty boy stuff is gone. He can lead the Bastards now.
Yes, he could be the leader
his
of an
iconic thing is really going.
When he was really pretty, you wouldn't buy him as the guy leading a troop of men who were going to go behind enemy lines.
That also is the thing. He's been around as long as I have. He came out with Thelma and Louise in 91. I came out with Reservoir Dogs in 92. There's also 17 years of being a star.
That's right. And so it's a good collaboration. So you decide to you write this thing. The whole time you're writing it, you're thinking of Brad Pitt in this role.
Oh, yeah. So what I do is I call up his agent because I know his agent. His agent is Uma Thurman's agent. I don't know that many agents, but this is one I know.
You banged Uma Thurman, right? Let's be honest. Come on.
I'm not going to talk about stuff like that on here. I'm not going to talk about stuff like that on here.
Oh, if I could bang her. Oh, yeah. Come on. Let me smell your penis.
Not saying a
He's
damn
not saying
thing.
anything. I have a feeling something went down, my friend. I hear her in my head right now. You can almost hear her coming out of my headphones.
So, as I was saying, I call up his agent. I say, hey, look.
How are you talking over Uma Thurman moaning like that? That's what I
Did you do this at the time?
You admit to banging Kathy Griffin, so why not Uma Thurman?
Really?
I didn't bang Kathy Griffin.
You went out with her.
I made out with her.
You made out with Kathy?
We did the thing.
I never figure out your women choices, but we're going to get to that part of the interview.
The map is covered. It is kind of all over the map.
You had sex with Margaret Cho, right? And I got to tell you something, Margaret now.
You're just picking people you've seen me photograph with and just figuring out that.
Margaret is a sex freak.
She's sexy, too.
And she'll do it with girls, with guys, everything. She is like sexually so open. She's been on the radio, talking about it.
Oh, yeah. No. I've... she talks about her pussy a lot.
Yeah. Is she the best sex you ever had?
No.
Really?
Oh, well, who was it?
Uma.
No, it's nobody.
Brad Pitt.
No, it's nobody you would know.
Well, tell us her name anyway. She should be famous.
I bet you Uma's cold in bed.
Oh, stop.
You know what?
I'm not
She's
even.
too good looking. Too good looking.
You're getting dead air from me if you get further down this road.
When they're that good looking, are they not as loving?
Don't stop trying to engage me.
I will engage you. I'll get back to that. Now, get back to this Brad Pitt story, for example. So you called, now when you, let me understand something. How long does it take you to write Inglourious Basterds?
I came up with actually the idea a long time ago and the characters, but this last time when I wrote it and finished it, I actually wrote it in about 6 months.
You write this by yourself?
Yeah.
You go off in a room somewhere and write this thing. You had it in your head, but you have to sit down and write it.
Exactly, yeah.
How do you know how to write these things? I mean, I can't figure this out.
Well, that's what a writer does.
You are a writer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you admit it.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's actually, I almost think that's my main thing.
More than directing.
In some ways, yes.
Where do you conceive this idea from Glory? Like, are you standing in the shower? And a lot of good ideas always come to me in the shower. Well, I once wrote a fart joke. It was unbelievable. I'm standing in the shower, and I'm thinking how funny it would be to just fart into the microphone. Where do you come up with your good ideas? Is it just walking around, it suddenly hits you?
Well, usually, actually, with me, it tends to start with something just extremely basic. I like genre movies.
Right.
So I enjoy that. And I even like the idea of subgenres inside of genres. And so I thought of, wouldn't it be cool to do a war film, but in particular, wouldn't it be cool to do a bunch of guys on a mission war film?
Yes.
Like those, the Devil's Brigade and the Dirty Dozen, that kind of stuff. And they haven't made anything like that for a while.
But what was the fantasy that Jews would be scalping?
Well, that was the next step. All right. So, the first step is, let me throw my hat in that genre.
Right.
All right. Then, bunch of guys on a mission. Well, who are the guys?
Yeah.
All right. And then I actually thought of wait, what if it was a bunch of American Jews behind enemy lines doing an Apache resistance?
That's the brilliance, right? That's the brilliance.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Do you thank God? Are you a religious man?
Not really.
Do you think the nature?
Well,
who gets that thought?
It's funny you say that because I'm not a religious man.
Right.
At the same time, if I am religious, it's about my writing ability.
Yes.
I do feel that there is. I consider it a God-given gift, even though I don't really believe in God.
So
I don't know what that means.
I'm in the same confusing universe that you're in.
Yeah. I believe in past lives, though. Do you believe in past lives?
I'm not going to get that crazy.
No, there'd have to be something out there if there were past lives.
See, I don't believe in past lives, and then I'll go, that person's an old soul.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, no, it's contradiction upon contradiction.
Yeah, and I go,
you don't know what's training and what's society and what is.
I know,
what.
And then I get a great idea, and I go, thank God. I mean, so who knows what it is? So wait a second. So here we are. So now we come up with this great idea for the flick. Yeah. You sit for 6 months and you write it. Now you're done. Your dream guy is Brad Pitt to be a star in this movie. Yeah. You call up the agent, and what does the agent say? Fuck you?
No. Actually, what he said, what I say is look, I'm gonna be done in about 3 weeks.
Right.
And I've got this thing for Brad. Not only that, though, I'm not making it easy on myself. I need to go right away. I can't wait for him.
You mean, in other words, you want to start shooting this baby
right away because I wanted to be done in time for the Cannes Film Festival.
Did you have the funding already in place? Everything?
Yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I knew I had that in my back pocket.
What do you mean you had that in your back pocket?
Well, I knew I was going to make it with the Weinsteins, and I'd make a deal with somebody with a studio.
What if the Weinsteins
foreign.
didn't like the script?
That's
impossible.
That's
impossible when you're you. It's impossible that they wouldn't like the script.
That's impossible.
All right, get out of here now. Wait a second. So now you're telling me you write the script and you say, okay, I got to go meet with Brad Pitt. So they fly you to France.
Well, no. But here's the thing, though, is I'm creating a perfect storm for the word no.
Right.
All right, because I have all these things that have to work in order for it to work. And sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. But this time it was like, Quentin, that's perfect. He's ready to work right now. Actually, the sooner the better.
You would think Brad Pitt would have like 50 films lined up.
Yeah, no, but actually, Brad's smart. That's one of the things about it is he does not back himself up like 3 pictures in advance because he wants to be available when good material comes his way.
So that is a good move, isn't it? So a movie like that, Brad Pitt could do another Legends of the Fall and make a fortune. So you're not going to him with a big money offer, are you, on this?
Well, it's a medium money. For him, it would probably be a medium money offer. It's still a lot of damn money.
He's willing to. What'd you have to give him? Do you know?
I think it was something like $9 million or something.
Wow, $9 million. But it's worth it because, I mean, his name will get...
yeah.
I mean, if he ain't in the movie, you know. But the star of the movie is this guy who plays the Nazi.
Christoph Waltz, yeah.
What's his name?
What?
Christoph Waltz.
Boy, is he good.
Yeah, he won the Best Actor at the Cannes Film Festival.
The Jew Hunter.
Yeah.
He's terrific.
Colonel Hans Landa of the SS.
Love this guy.
That guy's awesome.
Most relaxed actor I've ever seen.
Now, where'd you find him? He was just lying around?
Him
No,
we got for
well-
$9.
Yeah.
That's how it sets off the $9 million.
Deutschmark.
Right. Is he just some unknown dude?
No, he's known in Germany as a TV actor.
Okay.
Yeah, he does they do a lot of miniseries in Germany, so he's like second or third lead on a miniseries in Germany.
And he's multilingual.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the things when I wrote the script is, you know, when I finished the script, one of the things about Hans Landa's character is he's a linguistic genius.
Yes.
And I knew I needed the actor to be a linguistic genius, or else he would just never be what he was on the page.
He was terrific. And so you get to the part where now you have to talk to Brad Pitt in person.
Yeah, he likes the script and he wants to discuss it.
Are you nervous approaching him? Because after all, he's become bigger since he married this Angelina Jolie.
You know, here's the thing. I wasn't nervous about seeing Brad, but because I really couldn't come up with anybody else that I thought would have been as perfect a fit to play the role, I was a little nervous because I had nowhere else to go afterwards in my brain.
So you, yeah, right.
And also, there is a
he
little,
has you by the balls in a sense.
Well, it is a little different insofar as like say, okay, I think Robert Forster is the perfect person to play in Jackie Brown. I'll be able to get Robert Forster.
Right.
All right. When all of a sudden Brad is the perfect guy, I could not get him.
What would you have done if you had a backup plan? If Brad Pitt wasn't available, you only had 3 weeks for him to give you this window of like time. Who would you have gone to if it wasn't Brad Pitt?
Well, you know, actually, I don't have to dig deep. So I never went there. I really kind of.
You went there.
No.
You went there.
I actually kind of believe oftentimes in just no fallback because you don't intend to fall back.
There really was no fallback. You never said in your mind, Brad Pitt.
I was going to get him. I was just going to get. I mean, once I found out he was available, I was going to get him.
And he wasn't turned off that you were approaching him in the middle of him having twins. I got a feeling this guy's miserable. Now, I want you to be totally honest with me. I think he married Angelina Jolie. She's hottest chick on the planet. They look like they belong together. I think it was a on-set beautiful romance. Now he's in over his head. He's swimming in children
Actually,
of all different types.
I'm not the one to comment on
Yes, you are.
on his
You know
private life.
so much.
What I do, but I will tell you, when I was I actually saw all the kids when I went to visit him in France.
Were you overwhelmed?
They were really cool.
Well,
I mean,
cool. You're there for 10 minutes.
I know. But it is the kind of thing when you see his daughters and his sons and everything. It is the kind of thing. I don't know if I want that many kids, but it is the kind of thing that I'm like, well, there are some really cool benefits about being a dad when you have all these kids around.
Like what?
Well, it's just like, for instance, one of his daughters was just so sweet, and she was like, "Daddy this and Daddy
Which
that."
one? The adopted one or the biological one?
The black one.
The black one?
Yeah.
Do you think the black one is jealous of the biological one?
No, I think no. I watch them. They all get around.
There are three biological ones now.
They get along terrific.
The black ones don't shut up.
I think
Let me just finish my point.
You're
though.
saying the black kid was more verbal than the white one?
No. It was just the fact that she was just Daddy this, Daddy that, Daddy this, Daddy that, in a really sweet way. And I was like,
Yes.
I wouldn't mind being called Daddy to this little girl. It was really
You last
sweet.
10 minutes. Isn't it true you have this incredible lifestyle? You're free to go and roam around.
I
and
don't
create.
have this lifestyle.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, I was musing
It
for
looked nice, yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
When you see the whole family together, are you aware of the racial component? Like, do you go, oh, that's the black kid, that's the white
he just
kid?
did it.
Yes.
Well, there is the black girl. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be startling in a way to see.
No, it's not startling.
Right.
It is what it is.
It just is. It's just something that
It is.
exists.
Actually, it's not. It's not startling at all. I mean,
You didn't faint when you saw this?
No, I'm just saying. It's just. I mean,
You don't mind
they're a
black
family.
people?
You don't
They're
mind
a
being with
family.
black people, with
They're
white
a
people?
family.
Right, all right. So, in other words, you're not a racist, is what we're saying, right?
Barely.
Right, barely. All right. A little bit, but not so much. So what you're saying is you walk into this guy's house now, and here's Brad Pitt, and it's time to get him for your new movie, Inglourious Basterds.
Mm-hmm.
And I bullshit you not. That film is a great film. Did the critics review it yet?
A lot of them have come out, yeah.
Did you get good reviews?
Oh, yeah. Well, I always get mixed reviews because my shit is what it is.
Right.
And you're either going to like it or you're not going to like it.
In a way, you got to be a Quentin Tarantino fan. You got to understand where you come from on all this stuff.
Yeah.
I loved it. So you walk in, he's read the script, right?
Yeah.
And he says, hey, I like this script. I can play this part. Right. Or he didn't even say that?
No, actually, the thing about it, one of the things he said that was really cool is he wanted to talk about the very end. Because I don't want to give away the very ending. But there is a situation in the movie where towards the end, history went one way and I go the other way.
Right.
And he wanted to talk about it.
He had a problem with it? And did you say, my IQ's 160? How dare you?
He wanted to discuss it. He wanted to know where I was coming from as far as this was concerned.
Did you say, you know what? You just look pretty on screen. Let me worry about the ending.
Well, no, the thing about what he said was so cool because I knew it was one of the things he wanted to talk about.
Right.
And we don't get around. He lives on a vineyard, so we're just like one bottle of rosé after another. So
the
we're
two
like,
of you are alcoholics, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Right. You're sitting and drinking.
So we're three. We're down into bottle 3 of the rosé.
My God.
Do you pinch yourself and say, here I was working in a video store and now I'm having rosé with Brad Pitt in his house in France?
Well, at the time when I was in a video store, I think he was working in a restaurant.
Somebody had to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So
the thing is, so we're drinking and eventually it comes up. And the way he brought it up, he goes, okay, so let's talk about, I want to hear your take on the ending. Now, by the way, I'm going to do it anyway, so don't worry about that.
He didn't want to insult you.
Yeah, so now, what's your take on that?
Yeah.
But I just thought that was really cool. It was just, okay, now we're going to bring up the controversial aspect. Oh, by the way, I'm in. I'm doing it.
Did you, well, he was being nice, I think.
Yeah.
That's really good. He put you at ease. And do you think, does he say to you, why is the word bastard spelled B-A-S-T-E-R-D? Does he say things like that?
He didn't bring that up at all.
Now, people bring that up and you say, I have no idea why that I did that.
No, I know why I did. I mean, it's an artistic stroke.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it really is.
Just changing that
to describe it, to put it under the microscope is to take the piss out of it.
Like when Abby Hoffman called America with a K or something.
Yeah, or, when Basquiat took his restaurant bill and Elmer glued it to his painting. It's just, you don't talk about it. You just did it.
Never bring that guy up again. Never heard of him. Okay. So in other words, Basquiat. Yeah. So you
black guy.
You sit there. There you go. You sit
another
there.
Black guy.
Another
He's
black
dead.
guy. You sit there with Brad Pitt.
Dead black guy.
And does Brad Pitt, and he's going through this whole thing. His wife's having twins. Does she ever come home during this, Angelina Jolie, or
she just had twins? She's in the hospital.
She's in the hospital.
Yeah.
Don't you think he should be in the hospital with Angelina Jolie?
He was with her all day. He was with her the whole day before.
He's in the middle of the vineyard getting drunk.
I mean, don't you think that's a little weird?
I think the day you have twins, you'll be drinking about 5 bottles of rosé yourself.
How long is this meeting?
I hadn't thought about that. That's why we drink so much.
How long is the meeting? Are you kidding? He's so free. Now, how is he able to drink while he's supposed to be watching these kids? They claim they have no help. You saw help, don't you? You saw help there, didn't you?
There was. They have
nannies.
They have friends.
Of course, because there's no way this guy's getting through. This guy is the biggest box office star.
No, he was actually. I mean, there was other people to help, but it's like he was taking care of the kids.
He was involved during this meeting. Like the kids would interrupt and say, "Dad, I need you to do this."
Oh, yeah, they come and sit on his lap for a while, then yank him around, and he'd say, "Okay, now leave me alone for a while. I got to talk."
And who takes the kids when you have to talk?
Oh, actually,
there's a nanny?
They just go away for a little while.
They just go somewhere.
Yeah, but we actually hung out. I mean, I was.
They listened to him.
Yeah, I was there till like 3 a.m. or something. So
really?
we were all hanging out. And
hold it a second. The whole time you're at Brad Pitt's house, you're hanging out till 3 a.m. Don't you think? Do you ever say to yourself, maybe I'm annoying this guy? Maybe it's time for me to go home.
That's not a dad kind of move to stay up till 3 a.m.
I don't stay more than an hour.
I flew all the way to France. That's not the time you cut it short. All right.
Are you with Brad Pitt the entire time? Like till 3 a.m?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You don't just stay there sitting and drinking.
That's exhausting.
Why not?
Yeah, you say that like it's a bad thing.
You know why I'm fascinated by this? Like people will come to my home, and I sit there and I go, okay, we spent an hour or 2. Aren't we done now? Can I go off and do something by myself?
Well, it might be a little. Actually, with Brad, it wouldn't be different if I just came over to just have a drink and talk. Because every time he's come over to my house, we've been up until 3 a.m. or something.
Really, I find that exhausting.
No, we have a good.
Does he ever say to you, "Okay, now I want to go to bed"?
Eventually, all right, but it's like, but it actually.
You mean if I invited you
out?
Yeah, I mean, did he throw you out of the house?
No, it was.
Did you sleep over?
It was just eventually over. No, I
you had
left.
a hotel.
Yeah, I left.
All right, so there you are. You're sitting there with Brad. You get him for the movie, and I swear to you, Robin, I could spend 10 hours interviewing Quentin just about how he
That
stayed
whole
till
day,
3 in the
yeah,
morning because I don't know how to socialize like that. I
But-
would be
but
so.
you
I would be.
will- but
I feel
you,
so.
Howard-
One sec. I feel
yeah.
so poorly about myself that I'd say, "Gee, I'm taking up Brad Pitt's time." He obviously. First of all, if he doesn't have that much help, how can he stay up till 3 in the morning? Those kids are going to wake him up early.
That's what I was
And
going
I'm
to say.
sitting- Right.
This does not sound like a person who's taking care of kids.
No.
Who has time to hang out till 3 in the
Quentin,
morning all day. He's not taking care of children.
I left
no, I mean,
Gary's dinner party in the middle of dinner because I felt it was enough. You know what I'm saying? I can't hang.
No, actually, part of but part of the thing that was actually, that was cool about it. We didn't just sit there and talk about the movie the entire time. Part of it was also getting to know each other. We talked about a lot of kinds of stuff. But also, he had this cool little dune buggy kind of thing because he was going to show me around the grounds, and all the kids jumped in the car, and he gave me this big tour around, and the kids are all hanging out, and not only that, he actually has a recording studio on his property. That is the recording studio they recorded Pink Floyd's The Wall on.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the property. And he got a guy who runs the recording studio.
How big a property is this? How many acres?
It's huge.
You have to drive around to see it
exactly.
all.
No, it's a gigantic
He owns this
Vineyard.
property?
vineyard. It's a vineyard.
He owns the vineyard.
Yeah.
And he produces wine.
Truthfully, exactly. It's like a small little town.
You know, it's funny with him, too, because I sometimes I go, this guy apparently has a lot of money. But
I thought he lived in New Orleans.
But how many movies does he make a year? Like, he doesn't make that many. Like, he made your movie. That's a $9 million payday, but still he's living like a $100 million lifestyle.
Yeah, well, but he's like I said, he's been at it for a long time, you know, and
And
it's him and
makes
Angelina
something, yeah.
Jolie as well.
Do you get jealous of him in this sense? I'm talking about the economics of this now. Like, you don't get $9 million to write and direct the film.
I get my money on the back end.
No,
I
understood.
do really good on
But
the
you're
back end.
taking a chance on that. Let's say
Yeah,
the
but I'm
movie
happy. Look, it's my art, so I'm happy to take the chance. If I don't think, I mean, that's actually, I would rather take it on the back end where if we do well, I'm going to do magnificent.
Right. Does Brad get a little back end taste? Of course.
He gets a back end taste. He doesn't get my back end taste.
No, let's hope not. I mean, after all, you deserve the big payday.
Yeah,
on
but
this.
where I'm coming from is like, if it doesn't work out, well, then I shouldn't get paid.
Sure, you should. You put in a lot of
no,
hours.
I do get paid, all right? But it's like,
Do
I
you
don't
take a
deserve
fee?
any more than that
Do
if
you-
it actually is a flop.
Do you take a fee as a director and writer?
Yeah, I
you
do,
do.
yeah.
So you take a couple million on that.
Yeah, but I don't take what I could get on the open market because I want it in the back. Believe me, they would almost rather pay me a big payday
And they
up
take the
front.
chance.
They take
Exactly.
all the money,
So
Yeah.
you have ownership in the film.
Yeah.
All right. So now you get Brad Pitt signed up, and I still maintain that Brad Pitt can't. They have to
There's
have a
no
lot
way-
of help.
Who
You can't
put
be
the
up till
kids
3
to
in the
bed?
morning.
Who
It's
put
not
the
a lot.
kids
It's
to
not
bed?
a lot.
Who
Who
put the kids to bed?
Oh, it was he
The nanny.
He has friends. They're not. It's not quite even a nanny. It's
People?
friends that have known him for a long time that are just also hanging out on the property and everything.
Wow,
like
it's a
that.
whole different life than I could handle. I would like to have friends hanging out on the property, but then I want them to go away. You see, they're constantly there, and the fact that you can stay there and hang till 3 in the morning shows you're not a paranoid type. I mean, did you have a meal there?
Yeah, we had dinner.
You make duty in the bathroom?
I went to the bathroom. Yes,
You
I
did.
Yeah.
Duty number 2.
I don't remember. I might have. I
When you were
wouldn't have
making
been
a duty,
weird about it. if
when
I
you were
did.
making a duty and you were pitching Inglourious Basterds to Brad Pitt, do you say to yourself, "Oh my God, like maybe I'm going to stink this room up. I shouldn't be doing this"? Do you feel like you have to rush through your bowel movement, or can you sit there and read? I mean, I'm honest to God interested.
you sit there and read.
I mean, what do you do?
Look, I think the only thing that would have been horrible if you did the thing where you go to flush it and the water doesn't go down, it goes up.
Especially in France, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
So now you get Brad Pitt and you make the movie Inglourious Basterds, and you got a hit. I think. I think this one's a biggie.
I'm pretty excited about it, actually.
All right. And now, are you nervous with the box office now? When's it open? Next weekend?
Yeah, uh-huh.
So
Do you
you
care
nervous?
about box office?
Well, yeah.
Sure
I
he
wanted
does.
to be well. I wanted to do well, and in particular, I have to say, I really wanted to do in a weird way. Even more than for myself, I wanted to do well for the Weinsteins because I've been with Harvey for a long
Right.
time.
They've
and
been
this would
good
be
to you, and
this
you've
would be
been
a
good to
big-
them.
This would be a big deal for them.
I hope
you
so.
know.
Yeah,
And
because they lost their company to Disney.
Yeah, so it's like and I love the idea that I'm the guy bringing them back.
Yeah,
I love that
yeah.
idea. And
Eli Roth, who you cast in the movie,
Yeah.
he plays Bear Jew. He
Yeah.
plays one of the Jews who takes a baseball bat to Nazis' heads. It's a great moment in the movie. Great moment. I loved it. You met him at Lindsay Lohan's house at a party?
No. It was when we started hanging out together.
You went to Lindsay Lohan's house?
Yeah, we were at a club, and she was saying, "Hey, we're getting together at my place. Do you want to come with us?" And we said yes.
When you meet a Lindsay Lohan, do you think to yourself, okay, I could get her? Do you know? I mean, is there a reason? Like, do you think, well, maybe I'll try and have her sexually? I mean, she's a little young, but
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually really not attracted to gals that young.
You're not?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's a slam
So
dunk.
why are you going back to the house? I mean, isn't all of her friends are about that age?
Yeah, it's well, no, it's just well, actually that's not really true. Actually,
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah,
I mean,
she's got some posse, and and they're kind of all over the place. But it's not. It's just about you're hanging out and you're in a club, and she goes, "Hey, we're all going back to my place. Do you want to come?" Yeah, sure. Actually, but the funny thing about with Eli was the fact that. Especially then with Eli, I just didn't like writing phone numbers down. I never carried a cell phone with me. So if somebody says, "Hey, well, let me give you our cell phone so you can tell you how to get there," I would say, "Hey, Eli, could you take it?" And he would take it. So Lindsay Lohan thought Eli was my assistant.
Would you?
And then I just started calling him like he was like my low-rent younger brother. All right, so he's Ernie Tarantino.
Would you ever? You should introduce him as Ernie Tarantino.
I did. We did for a long time. That was her thing. Hey, Ernie's here.
Would you ever cast her in a movie? Now you're a director. You have to have okay, maybe she's bankable, but she's she has this unreliable reputation. You can't have nonsense on a film.
Well,
right?
I can't have nonsense on the film, but but at the same time, if I worked with her, I'm sure she'd straighten up her act, or I wouldn't. But it's not even about that. I'm not even accusing her of anything.
Well,
I think she's a terrific actress.
Right, she is. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
But you can't take a chance on some people. Don't understand that. If someone's a nudnik and is a pain in the ass on the set, and they're going to hold you up, it's hard enough to make a film.
If I thought that was the case, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't work with somebody like that. But I don't think that's the case with her.
Would you put her in one of your movies?
Oh, if I thought she was right in a heartbeat. I really think she's one of the best young actresses in America.
Now, you say she's too young for you. What is your age limit on chicks? In other words, how young will you go at this point in your life? Would you date a 20-year-old right now?
I would.
She looks
feel comfortable.
gorgeous.
I wouldn't really feel
bigger
comfortable
tits than
like
with Thurman, the whole thing.
Dating,
Go ahead.
like a girlfriend kind of thing.
You don't date?
I wouldn't. No, I would just. Look, a 20-year-old doesn't really have a life. I mean,
understood.
I've got a nice life. So if we're going to be together, you got to come with a life.
All right. So how old? What's the minimum?
Yeah, I guess 25, 26.
25, 26. Then they start to have a life.
But by that time, they've got a life.
That's right. I like that. I like that. I'm just
close. All right. 20? Oh, absolutely not. What would be 25?
I like what you're saying.
Big fucking difference.
Who's got a life?
Kill Bill.
McClanahan has a life.
Strangely enough, there
Artie's
is
right.
a difference
Did you hear
between
what Artie
25
said?
and 20.
What did he say?
Did you hear what Artie said? Rue McClanahan has a life. You want someone with a life.
She has a life, that's for sure.
What is the age maximum? What is the oldest woman you've ever dated?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's right. Let's think.
26.
It's funny. Then they have too much of a life at 27. You will never marry?
Oh no! If I the minute you say you never marry, that's like a year and a half later you get married.
What is it, Gary?
I saw Quentin interviewed on CBS Sunday Morning, and he said he's going to have kids when he's around 60. He thinks that's about the right time.
Well, you might be right in the sense that you'll have lived a full life, and maybe you'll get everything out of you.
That's very profound, Howard. That's exactly where I'm coming from.
You don't usually agree with that, though, because of the age of the father.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Screw those kids.
Yeah. No. There's a little bit of like that I was like, oh man, I don't know if it'd be kind of. I'd like. It sounds cool being the young dad as opposed to being the old dad, but that's just ego. Kid doesn't give a damn.
Well, you've often said that you would stop directing at around 60 because you don't want to be one of these guys who stays too long at the party and becomes irrelevant and too old. You want to be an elder statesman. I relate to that, and I think.
But haven't you seen some directors who still have it going on?
Damn few.
But there are some.
How old are you now?
How old am I? I'm 45.
I'm 55. Mm-hmm. And I kind of agree with Quentin on this. I really do. I feel like I see him radio guys stay too long at the party. It's kind of like you got to find your way out on top.
I'm a student.
Every field you have to do that.
I'm a student of directors' careers, and it's
There's a rare.
So you're saying 60 is the cutoff?
Clint Eastwood, but Clint Eastwood is the exception, right? His last film was great.
No. He's a terrific director. But the thing about it, again, I'm a writer. That can be my time to write novels. That's the time for me to write cinema books.
Do
and
something
stuff like
different.
that. Exactly. Right. And I could actually, that could be the time to raise the kids and the family and all that stuff.
To me, Kill Bill, one of your greatest films. We got to comment on David Carradine. You were aware that he was into this weird, freaky thing sexually with tying up, wearing
underwear,
wigs. Comment on that. And have you ever tried that?
Oh.
You know, I know autoerotic asphyxiation.
You've never tried autoerotic asphyxiation?
No, I've
Bullshit.
thought about it.
I don't believe it.
I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, actually, the thing about it, that was one of those things where I used to like teasingly bring it up with girls. All right, you know, like being this naughty boy, bring it up until a couple girls wanted to take me up on it. All right, maybe not.
What is scary about it? The fact that you're putting your complete faith in some chick who's going to tie you up and then choke you.
Well, it's not so much time. It's not so much time. I'm like,
Right.
I
you ever worn a wig?
I wouldn't do it by myself.
Right.
All right. But
Because auto basically means you're doing it by yourself.
Exactly. If I was going to do it, it would be like a girl has a ribbon around my neck and she's just cutting it off.
Right.
Yeah, 'cause then it's not a situation. It's not like they strangle you so much that you die. The problem with autoerotic asphyxiation is you pass out.
Yes.
And once you pass out, you hang yourself.
Right.
All right. But you've never worn a wig. Were you shocked? I knew Carradine a little bit, not as well as you do, but I've spoken with him many times. Were you shocked when you heard that he was into this kind of thing?
I think, actually, I don't know if that's the case. I mean, there's even talk that he was even murdered and everything.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the case. But, okay, just for the sake of this Howard Stern conversation,
Good.
let's just say
Go ahead.
that was the case.
Right.
I think that's fucking badass,
You
man.
do.
He went out great as far as I'm
Jerking
concerned.
off.
Take it to the limit one more time.
I feel completely differently than that. How you're found dead can be very embarrassing. You know,
But you don't know.
Yeah, but still, I mean, do you want your legacy? He was Kung Fu. He was Kill
man.
Bill. He was great.
I love the idea he was sexual, and here it is. And I'm that.
What did you think?
Carradine didn't live a life like anybody else, man. That's part of where I'm also coming from, in particular about David, is the fact that David lived 5 people's lives, man.
What do you mean by that? Be specific.
I mean, the thing is, that was a wild dude, man. And
What was wild? What did he do that's... I want to be wild. Tell me what to do.
Well,
what is so wild?
I think he was one of the, the great, like, mad geniuses of
He didn't
of
care about
Hollywood.
other people, did he?
And he did it. Well, he just did his own thing. He was like a hippie. He was an artist. He lived a Charles Dickens life.
You're making me want to get wild. Hang me right now. I mean, just tie a rope around my neck.
He went by his own rules. He did his own thing. He was a true artist bohemian. And that guy just really
Was he
lived
difficult?
a life. No, he was wonderful.
When you directed him, he knew his lines.
Oh, yeah, no, he was great. He was great. So my feeling about him passing is it's horribly sad for the people who are going to miss him. It's horribly sad for me. It's horribly sad for his family. But as far as like going out with having lived a great life, man, he did it right.
So you understand that's a fetish because you have a foot fetish, right? Admittedly.
I've
Do
never-
you really?
Yes.
I never said I had a foot fetish.
You do.
I never said
You concentrate on feet.
I admire feet. I admire legs. I admire ass. I'm a lower track man.
When you
all right, I like the
same
lower
here.
track.
when you're with a girl, do you lick toes?
I ain't gonna talk about stuff like that.
This is about foot thing. I'm not asking
Talk to Rosie
specific.
Perez about this stuff.
What do you
talk
mean?
About it.
Why Rosie Perez?
Well, remember, she likes your feet. That
Oh,
shows
yeah.
that shows what a foot fetish she has.
I forgot about that. But do you have a foot fetish sexually? I mean, are you into women's feet?
I like feet. I like legs.
Is that why you dated Kathy Griffin? Does she have pretty feet?
No, she doesn't.
She does not have pretty feet.
Well, so she doesn't have pretty feet, but I wouldn't
They weren't
brag about
exceptional.
them.
Who has the nicest feet in Hollywood that you've seen? Personally, Lindsay Lohan,
A set of feet that impressed you.
Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. Who? I understand he has no hair on his
David
toes.
Carradine.
Brad's feet.
David Carradine's feet. I wonder if David Carradine took it so far that he like painted his
Painted his toenails and all
and
that?
wore pretty shoes and the whole thing.
I don't know. I don't even know anything about that stuff. All right, I just but if that were the way that he went out, I actually just think that's just rock and roll the way he
You're
lived.
willing to buy that he was investigating Chinese
I don't know.
gangs.
I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. I mean, there's even talk that he was actually murdered because his hands were tied behind his back. All right, so I don't know.
How do you want to go out? How do you want to be? Do you want to be in bed with a woman when you die?
The old John Garfield way, dying while you're fucking.
Rockefeller did it. I mean, what is it?
Come and go at the same time.
If Carradine went out as a cool way, what is the coolest
What
way
is
to
the
go for Quentin
coolest way?
Tarantino?
Well, I have to say, I really dig the idea of living to be 100.
You like it?
Yeah, I like that idea. I mean, if I go out after I've done what I want to do, then that's all good too. But I actually like the idea of living to be 100.
Will you ever do one of these movies like a superhero movie? Because now that's
One
the
of the
rage.
big, sci-fi.
Are you a comic book fan?
Yeah, I am.
Me
a very
too.
Big comic book fan.
Why won't you do one of those kind of films? I bet you have an interesting take.
I mean, it is kind of weird because it's like if you were to ask me back in the days I worked at the video store, we always wanted to see comic book movies and they didn't make them or they made them screwed up.
Right.
So I mean, there's a weird aspect. I think there's a little part of me that I've grown out of it, but there would have been a time that like what's going on right now would have been the greatest thing ever. As far as
did you ever consider putting Spider-Man into Inglourious Basterds, like having him appear? I mean, because that's a lock. I mean,
well, but if I were to do a comic book movie, I wouldn't be interested in doing an established comic book hero. I want to come up with the comic, with
that's what I like about you. That's what I like about Inglourious Basterds. That's a really interesting take with these Jewish guys going behind the enemy lines.
Well, Tim, look, here's one of the things that really doesn't make me better, but makes me different than a lot of other directors, and especially writer-directors, is a director will come out and they'll be a writer-director, and they really have a voice, and they'll do 1 movie, 2 movies, 3 movies, and there is a voice to their work. But you know what? It's hard to face that blank page every single project.
It is.
You are starting from scratch all over again. Everything you did means nothing now. And you know what? You don't make that many movies.
And don't you think? Yeah, it's like rock stars. They only have so many songs in them.
Yeah.
Don't you think though that in a way it's like unbelievable when you look at some of the crap movies that come out? Because here you are, you're sitting. It's almost like you come up with a good pitch. It's like Jews behind enemy lines in World War II. Isn't that enough almost?
Yeah, well, there also is the thing of we're taking it around Hollywood, and everyone's liking it, okay? Very Jewish town. Oh, go figure.
Yeah.
Come in, talk about it. Talk about the movie. We love this
Can you
movie.
get away, because you're in show business and you're a famous director, can you get away with behavior that other people can't? For example, I heard on a set you were working with Fergie, the singer, and you bit her ass in order to get her to react to something. You actually bit her on the ass. I like to do that.
Yeah, well, she was being eaten by zombies.
Right. So you
right, in the scene. So I was like a zombie in the scene, so I bit her ass. That's what's happening.
But you didn't bite any of the male actors. You bit Fergie.
Well, I didn't have a scene as a zombie eating other male actors.
You didn't bite Travolta's ass in Pulp Fiction.
I wasn't a zombie.
You would have if you had been a zombie in that. Listen to me. You've done it again. You have made a film that's great.
Oh, I appreciate it, mate.
I'm not bullshitting you.
I know, you wouldn't.
I bullshit many people who come in here. But you, I'm afraid of. You got an IQ of 160.
Hey,
you probably see through it.
Did you have a favorite scene in the movie?
I had a couple. I love this whole scene of the when they're in the bar.
Oh, yeah, the tavern. The basement tavern. Yeah.
And I love the, I don't want to give away anything about the ending, but the movie theater at the end.
Hieronymus Bosch.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And I told you I love the scene where the Jews, it's a great movie, and I recommend it to everyone. You walked out of Natural Born Killers. You wrote Natural Born Killers.
But
you didn't like what he did with it?
Oliver Stone directed it. Did you hate what Oliver Stone did with your movie?
Well, I've never seen it from beginning to end.
Why?
Oh, well, because he rewrote the script, and like you just can't do that to me. I got really
you got upset.
Off. Yeah, I got
and you had no idea till you went to the screening of it.
Well, no. I knew. All right, I didn't go to a screening. The thing about it was, I said, I'm never going to see this damn thing. I'm not going to see it. And then I was hanging out with Juliette Lewis, and we decided, let's go see it.
Right.
And I don't think she had seen it, actually. So we just went to the movie theaters and paid to see it. And the reason you know about it is because we're watching the movie, we're 20 minutes into it, I'm getting pissed off. And she goes, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Really? She got
and people
pissed
heard
off.
it, and I got pissed off, and then she almost, but I was prepared to watch it. And she was like, let's just get the fuck out of here.
Is that the greatest thing about being famous, aside from you get to do your art, that you get to hang out with Brad Pitt and Juliette Lewis, like you go to the movies with Juliette? Like, is that turn you on because you get to meet all these exciting, great people who are artists?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it not in some sycophant way, but just in the way that, like, one, they're interesting people. They can be interesting people, and they're artists. They're doing the things that you're doing, and it's a very interesting life to get to know different people and hang out with them. And there's people that I really, really admire along the way that I've met because of my situation.
Mm-hmm. Will you walk up to a person who you admire and say, "Listen, I want to hang out with you. We should hang out"?
Well, yeah, I'll go over and I definitely have walked over and said hello to people, and I do have a situation that, like, in a lot of cases, like if I were to call them and say, hey, let's get together and have a drink or talk or whatever, they might very well say yes.
Do you think a lot of these people get together with you because they think, aha, he might be interviewing me for a movie?
No. I mean, oftentimes, it could be a singer, it could be a writer, it could be somebody that there's not necessarily a job on the other end of this.
Right.
It's like, I mean, there actually is.
Are they genuine friendships?
Well, they can be.
Yeah.
They definitely
Sometimes
can be.
they evolve into that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just a drink.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a drink. Sometimes it's just a meeting of the minds.
Do you think you and Brad Pitt will remain friends? Like you will hang out again? Do you think that will happen?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was a good experience for all of you?
No, it
You
was
didn't
really
have
cool.
enough of you that day?
Yeah, exactly.
Did Brad's wife drop by the set every once in a while?
She came by once, actually, but she was pretty much taking care of the kids the entire
Stunning?
time. She's very pretty.
Going to put her in a movie?
If I had the right role.
If you do, make her naked. I want to see boobs.
the right role.
I want to see beaver. I want to see it all. I want to see it all. Hair, everything. I don't care what it is. You show it. Just be brave about it. Now, the biggest pain in the ass you ever worked with acting-wise got to be De Niro, right? You did not.
No,
like working with him.
no. He was terrific.
You
man.
complained a lot when you worked with.
No,
De Niro.
I didn't complain.
You said he was calling you all the time. Let's be honest.
No.
It was bothering you.
No. That was not.
There
at
was a
all.
recorded conversation.
I know, but that was
leaked.
blown completely out of proportion, and that was about. We were literally talking about negotiating his deal.
Uh-huh.
All right, that was all that was about.
And that's the
he was
part you
even
hate.
mad about it actually when he heard about it.
Is that the part you hate?
What?
Negotiating the deal and
That's
all
kind
that.
of a drag. We have to. You know what you have to do? You can't. You got to divorce yourself from it.
Why did you get upset about negotiating his deal?
No, they were just roping. I'm not the one upset. They were the producers. They were roping me into the conversation.
I see. And sometimes they entice you to get involved with the actor and say, come on, Bob, knock off the shit.
And I don't do that at all anymore. Hey, like, if you were to call Brad and ask him, I call him Brad and asking him shit.
Right.
I mean, if I'm going to call Brad and ask him something, it's something I want.
Right.
I'm not going to waste my shit on your concerns.
Right. And once you work with Brad, you don't have to sit there and suck his dick all day, do you? I mean, you get down to business.
He's great.
He's self-sufficient.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway. That's not my style.
Do you ever have trouble getting what you want out of people, and what do you do then?
Well, you
do autoerotic asphyxiation.
you try to, normally it works out, but I mean, every once in a while, a director resorts to a couple little tricks.
Yeah.
To entice a performance out or something, or to trick an actor into a performance.
Yeah.
Where are you hanging out now, L.A.?
Yeah, I live in Los Angeles. But I got to say, I'm looking forward when this movie is behind me and it's all done. I'm looking forward to getting back to New York. I love my apartment here. I love my life here. I haven't lived it in about 3 or 4 years. So
Nobody even sees you anymore. You're not even part of the scene. Brian,
I've been in Germany for a year.
Well, stop with that. Brian, you have a rare opportunity to ask a question of Quentin Tarantino. I'll allow Quentin Tarantino here celebrating the release of Inglourious Basterds. Go ahead, Brian.
Thank you so much, Howard. You're a great director, Quentin. Now you got Howard there. You got to make a movie. Finally make the Vega brother movie starring Howard Stern.
Well, I got to tell you something. Quentin looks at me and sees nothing. I mean, he's admitted it.
So he's supposed to be the third Vega brother?
Yeah.
Ernie Vega?
There you go.
Believe me, just the negotiation would piss you off. You thought De Niro was difficult. Forget about it. Well, listen, you are a great film director.
Thanks, man.
You're doing great things because you're writing original ideas. You're coming up with original movies. And I'm proud of you. I'm even proud that you, I'd say about 65% of the movie is in subtitle, but that's what I think makes it work. This movie is based on language.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's almost one of the things it's about.
It would have to be that way.
Yeah.
And next time you come back, I want you to talk a little bit more about when you defecated at Brad Pitt's house while you were on hash. Did you use wet wipes? Did you use dry toilet paper? What did you wash your hands? I mean,
did I use the bidet? It was France,
Did you use the bidet?
I don't think it was a bidet.
How do you use a bidet? Have you ever used one?
I don't quite get it. I don't quite get that. But what is cool is in Japan. They've got those like almost robot toilets.
Computerized toilets.
Well, they've got like a whole push button
Those
system
are the ones
there.
that spray the water and everything? Oh my goodness.
And
when you're in Japan and they spray water up your ass, are you shocked at first? Like water's going in?
Well, look, there's a little diagram right there next to the toilets are like lazy boys, and you hit the water, boom. If you want it to go around and around, it goes around and around.
Really?
Then all of a sudden you get this air dryer, dries your butt.
Hey, let me ask you something. There was a woman who Kaufman once wrote a book about rebellious directors. You were mentioned one of 6 who were the greatest rebellious directors. And she was kind of nasty. She said, you don't like to shower and you don't like to clean yourself. Were you insulted by that? Is
I
that
never
true?
read that book, actually.
I didn't really read it either. Someone said to me,
do I smell bad?
You smell good today. So I just want to say that it might not be true, right?
Yeah, it's not true.
Right. And he wiped himself.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Why does that start?
No, that's just, actually the joke. She took a joke that back when I was in my 20s with my friends at Video Archives, she took a joke and made a big deal about it. All right. And the joke was, maybe at 25, my hygiene wasn't the best in the world.
Right.
But the joke that the guys used to say at Video Archives, for a guy who doesn't take that many baths, Quentin doesn't smell too bad.
Why wouldn't you read a book about yourself? Would you be curious to read it?
Oh, I've read books about myself, but I knew that one was nasty. And the same thing with an article that comes out that I hear bad things about, or I have a sense that it's not going to turn out good for me. I don't want to read it because, it's like if you say, hey, there's this GQ article about you, and that was kind of nasty. Then I just, fuck that asshole, because it doesn't mean anything to me. But if you read it, that shit stays with you for the rest of your life.
I happen to agree with you. A couple of years ago, many years ago, some guy wrote a biography. A couple of people wrote these unauthorized biographies, and I tried to read them, and I would get so aggravated because I found they interviewed people who barely, or some of them didn't even know me.
Yeah,
and they were
exactly,
making up stories about me, and I was like, gee, none of this is true, but how am I ever going to... And it stayed with me. I was like angry.
Yeah, like those fucking phrases that you read, like the quotes around them, they just stay with you, and they actually never leave. They're stuck in your head. If you don't read it yourself, then it's just, fucking asshole, forget about it, who cares? But when you read it, you give it this permission to be inside you.
When you're working on a film and you're living in Germany for a year, did the Germans get upset that you're making a Nazi film?
No. As a matter of fact, it's the exact opposite. I mean, I almost feel like I'm an ambassador to Germany now, because people say, you having seen the movie, think, wow, I wonder what the Germans think about this.
Yeah.
You got to imagine something. With a possible exception of Jews, if there's anybody that has bringing down the Third Reich fantasies, it's the last few generations of Germans.
Right. They're pissed.
Yeah.
So it's a good life. You're not afraid to fly to all these different places and live there and all that? You're not
No, actually, I think that's one of the great things about my life is that I get to, in the case of Kill Bill, I got to live in Beijing for 6 months.
You like that? You like experiencing different cultures?
Yeah,
doesn't scare you?
No, not at all.
Being outside of America doesn't scare you?
No, not at all. I look at it as one of the fortunate things about my life. I get to know friends, and now whenever I go to Germany, I have a whole bunch of friends there now.
Scares
I know
the hell
different
out of me.
bars and clubs and restaurants.
Really?
Yeah.
Scares
How
me.
are you flying? Commercial or you go private?
No, almost always commercial.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you the Weinsteins would send you on a plane somewhere.
But I don't like to hit them up for something like that unless it really is a big deal. But first class is pretty great.
One last question from Mary Ann from Brooklyn. Then I'll let you out of here.
Howard, thank God you picked up Quentin. My husband is a super fan. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to ask.
Quickly, what is the question, Mary Ann?
You have to be totally out there to be a good actor. When are you going to have Uma Thurman again? And you and King of All Blacks could have a foot fetish showdown.
Do you have to be crazy to be a good actor, in a sense? What is your opinion on that?
No. Actually, you have to be imaginative, all right? And actually, if you're going to work with me, you have to be smart. I can't work with dumb actors.
So have you worked with dumb actors?
From time to time.
Who is the dumbest actor you work with?
None of the famous people.
What does it mean to be a dumb actor? In other words, you go, hey, man, this is what we're trying to do, and then they just...
No, it's just, my material's pretty deep, actually, and unless you're smart enough to get it, then you're just not going to get it. I've actually had my stuff is pretty funny, but the jokes don't have quotes around them. Mm-hmm. And I've actually had a situation where actors will come in and do the auditions, and when the scene is over, I go, he didn't sell any of my jokes. And they go, what jokes?
Right. I thought this was a serious piece. You know what? Quentin has said to me, I can't put you in one of my movies. You're not smart enough to get it. And I understand that.
You're pretty fucking quick, man.
I don't get
you don't need any fucking stroking as far as that's concerned.
Come on. All right, listen. Quentin Tarantino. Are you dating anyone now, or are you single?
Well, hopefully I'll be dating somebody now I got my life back again. We'll see.
So you don't have a girlfriend?
No, not right now.
Nobody in Germany tickled your feathers?
I hung out with a couple of people, but as far as really having a relationship... You
ever go to a hooker?
It was too... when I was a little...
Oh, when you were a kid?
Yeah.
But not now?
No.
You went in Germany, you say, hey, listen, I just need a hand job.
Pussy.
And you don't pay for it?
I don't pay for it.
Why did you say, I don't pay for pussy?
Yeah, what was that voice?
What is that voice you're putting on? Who is that?
That's the incredulous I don't pay for pussy voice.
Wait a second. let's say you're in Germany, you haven't had a woman in 2 months, you go to one of these places. Quick,
I don't pay for pussy.
You just won't do it. I don't blame you. You don't need to. Look, you've covered a lot of ground. I'll give you a break and let you out of here. What are you doing the rest of the day? You got a whole agenda?
Oh, man, today is the day.
Today's the promotion day.
Yeah, I mean, I've got, this is not optimal, all right? And it just worked out this way, even though we tried to not have it be that way. I'm actually doing Letterman in the afternoon, and then I do Charlie Rose after that. You try not to do these two opposite shows going on. I'm sure I'm going to tell some bullshit Hollywood anecdote on Charlie Rose and talk about health care and fucking David Letterman.
Get them all wrong.
Yeah.
Did Letterman, do you do a pre-interview and all that kind of stuff?
I haven't done that. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to end up doing one.
Do you feel pressure when you do these interviews? Like you have to be special and full of, I don't know.
What are you going to wear?
Letterman is, Letterman's sort of like the elder statesman.
Right.
So it's like, it's a different situation with him. Like in the case of like Conan or Jimmy Kimmel, it's like, when I go on those shows, in particular Conan and Jimmy Kimmel, it's like I don't go on as a boring director. It's like I'm a comedian, and we know each other, we like each other, we'll set each other up for jokes and stuff. But on Letterman, it's like he's the guy.
Right.
A
little more pressure.
You're kind of the straight man.
Yeah, right. It's a different kind of role.
Yeah.
You do Leno? Would you ever go on his...
Leno was the first guy to ever bring me on television.
You think he will succeed at 10 o'clock? I say no. Be honest. Do you think it's going to work?
Oh, I do think it's going to work.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. That's actually the interesting part about it.
It's going to be The Tonight Show at 10 o'clock.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be.
It will not work. All right, listen.
Well, is Brad Pitt doing anything today?
Now where is this Brad Pitt? Let me get a hold of him.
Okay. When I heard you were talking to you, were like, I wonder why he's not on the show. Oh, I wonder why he's not on the show. I love going to your show, except for the couple of times I'm actually in a celebrity couple. Then I don't want to go near your show.
You just come here and you answer the questions. All right, listen. See Quentin Tarantino's Inglourious Basterds. I've seen it. It's great. And you will have fun. You will see Jews beating up Germans, scalping Germans, hitting Germans in the head with baseball bats, shooting Germans, blowing Germans
with the
up.
scalps? Maybe I have to wait for
they collect them. They collect them. Yeah. Every man in Brad Pitt's unit owes him 100 scalps.
Ah.
Yeah. It's good. It's really a lot of fun. And you're a lot of fun.
Oh, thanks, mate.
And we'll get together. We'll drink some rosé. And you're going to tell me all the chicks you're banging. And then I'll come here and report to Robin.
Okay.
All right, listen, you've said it all. You've said a lot. In fact, who knows what you said? And
we'll read about it tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow we'll see whatever you said wrong.
There could be some lawsuits.
That's right. Listen, see Quentin Tarantino, Inglourious Basterds. Go see it. Check it out. I think you'll really love it. And we'll be back right after these words. Thanks, Quentin.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Quentin, how'd it go, dude?
It went great.
So how does it feel knowing that Howard really likes this movie?
Oh man, that's really cool. It's really cool, and I didn't know that until I got in there. So that was really groovy.
Nice, man. And then he said at the end, like, you might have said too much, or you said a lot. Do you think you said too much today?
I don't think I did.
So how was it seeing everyone after all these years again?
Well, actually, it's not been that long. It's only been like 2 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's only been 2 years. I was here for Grindhouse, so I've been at Cirrus before.
All right, man. So you had a good time today?
I had a blast.
All right. Thanks for stopping.
This is a Howard TV original production.
Here's a taste of what you have to look forward to
on this episode of The Bonus Show.
Richard and Sal almost go all the way.
That's the man ass.
A Howard TV staffer gets the family jewels polished.
That was a direct hit, man.
Benji takes a shot of Tila tequila.
I gotta get hard first.
And Hulkamania runs wild.
Hero boys, fight!
Hello, Stern fans, and welcome to The Bonus Show, a weekly update of all the great behind-the-scenes moments you can't see anywhere else. I'm Rachel Fine.
And I'm John Hine, and apparently this is Hee Haw. Let's kick the show off with Ronnie having sex with a black guy while porn star Jocelyn James looks on.
How do you do that? See, it's not that easy, is it?
You're falling, but...
And then I was like, this?
Yeah.
Something like that. There you go.
Where are you saying Tiger's fingers went?
And my, you know.
Ryder, give it to me good. You give me the good, Ryder.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
Deep one, motherfucker. Let's flex a man ass.
I have no way of knowing what it feels like to get kicked in the jimmies, but I would imagine it's pretty painful.
Rachel, you'd be correct. I've been hitting the balls about 143 times in my life, and you never get used to it.
143, wow.
Yeah, people think synchronized swimming isn't a contact sport, but it is. It is.
And we learn something new about you every day, John. Here's a former Howard TV producer getting hit in the nuts.
The Howard Stern Show's blast from the past.
I gotta figure out. See, there's nowhere to dodge it, too. Oh, dude, are you all right? Oh, shit. Are you all right, man? That was a direct hit, man. Are you all right?
Something tells me antics like the one you're about to see do not happen to your average person in the hallway at work.
God.
Well, you did good.
Well, thank you.
So Tila, so I guess Benji might have a big dick since he was being nice to you.
Oh, yes, he does. Can I check it out?
Is that true?
Sure. I'm trying to get up. I gotta get hard first.
You gotta get hard first? Hold on.
Can I just...
Oh, I thought
I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, look at you.
She's like a stripper. She keeps pulling back.
I felt his dick.
As a rule, we never like to feature the same person in back-to-back clips.
That's right, Rachel. But since Benji has multiple personalities, having him appear in 2 clips in a row really isn't like seeing the same person twice.
So here's Benji with Hulk Hogan. First, you will witness shy Benji, then overly excited Benji, and finally, Hebrew Benji.
Hey Hulk, got one question for you. Sure, brother. I wanted Benji to do an intro for us just like you did, and he's having trouble with it.
Benji.
You got any advice for him? How to get into that?
Well, you need to wake up. Benji Mania, brother. You ready?
Yeah.
You do exactly what I do, okay?
All right. Wake up, man.
Yo, Howard TV.
Yo, Howard TV.
Come on, brother, louder. Yo, Howard TV.
Howard TV.
This is Benji Mania.
This is Benji Mania.
And what you gonna do, brother?
What you gonna do, brother?
When Howard TV runs wild on you.
Amen. Iski, hey, Pascolin. Aleph, Bet, Gimel, Dalet, senior boys are really solid. Ishki, Pishki, hit him the Kishki, who the hell are we? Hey, Izzy, Isaac, Jacob, Sam, we're the boys that eat no ham. Matzah, Brian, Matzah, till we die. Whoa, grab those girls and hold them tight. Hebrew boys, fight.
I like it. Stunner. Benji Mania, that was good.
We all know Sal is miserable and a little crazy.
And apparently, along with being miserable and crazy, he has a death wish.
The Howard Stern Show Creative Meeting.
Think about if we had a real good professional makeup artist dress up as a black guy and go to Harlem as the only black guy who supports McCain. And interview the black people about why they're voting for
My only issue with this, we were going to do this when the movie came out, Tropic Thunder. They were going to do it with me, and I backed out of it because my feeling was I didn't think that they could do a good enough job.
Yeah,
and it was going to
be
look really bad.
Blackface. That's kind of
I don't want to walk up to Harlem in blackface.
Right. Well, I wasn't thinking necessarily blackface, but a real professional job. But again, it's risky. I'm trying to literally.
So what's the joke?
Well, generally, I would be as a black person. And the whole thing is I'm looking for another black person who supports McCain, and I try to find out why they're voting for Obama.
Why don't we just get a black guy to do it?
They could do that, too.
It's time for wrap-up show clips. Yahoo!
That's right, John. Each week, our free interns work hard to painfully scour through hours and hours of boring wrap-up show footage to bring you 3 minutes of the most entertaining and interesting parts of the show. This is no easy feat.
Hey!
In this first clip, Gary Dell'Abate talks about wanting Ryan Phillippe's body. Get in line, Gary.
Yahoo!
Gary, do you think Howard is jealous of... He must have said 10 times how good-looking Ryan Phillippe was when he was in the studio today.
He's a good-looking guy. I hate to say it, I'm not gay or anything, as JD would say, but he's a good-looking guy.
So do you?
I look at guys like that. I go, damn, if I could be in that body for a weekend, I would bring it back wrecked.
Here's Benji having a very friendly conversation with the head of Howard 100 News, Brad Driver.
In the report, Brad, did you say Benji Bronk, who lies about everything?
No.
Okay,
That's
so then
what
you mean?
But he said, no, my beef was he said in his office, well, we think you lied about this, so that means you lied about this.
No, that's not what I said.
Yeah, you just said it again on the air.
I said we spoke to the son. We spoke to
and what did the son tell you?
You have no relation.
And how does that make me a liar? How does that make me a liar?
Come on.
No, answer me. How does his son say
have
no relation make me a liar?
How
does that make me a liar?
Brad Driver's got to get out of here.
Thank you,
Dude,
very much.
answer the question. How does that make me a liar if his son says I'm no relation?
Because you said that you...
No, Gary, now you're saying that. I specifically have answered several times that I am not related to that person.
I invite you to come talk to me.
I'll talk to you on air right now. I'll talk to you anywhere. I'll talk to you on any street you want.
Tell me why we cannot talk about Detlef Frank.
I haven't said you can't. I would suggest you don't.
And finally, we have a caller who has some choice words for former supermodel Janice Dickinson.
Janice Dickinson is disturbing to look at. You're all affected Hollywood showbiz people. She looks like a train wreck.
Would you fuck her?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Something tells me Miss Dickinson would probably pass on banging you, sir.
But if you're interested, I'm sure Rachel would bang you. And for my slutty co-host Rachel Fine, I'm John Hine. We'll see you next week.
You are such a jerk.
What time's the Harper Valley PTA meeting?
You know what? I am rocking my own sense of style, John.
Country line dancing?
If you would take it up a notch from your same button-down shirt every week.
Same button-down shirt. This is a look.
It's some kind of look.
Hey,
it's not a good look.
Love it.
Just change it up is all I'm saying.
I'm going to put on overalls for you. I'll put on overalls for you.
All right.
What do you think's the strongest one?
Out of those? Oh, my dad is the biggest penis contest.
Yeah, that's good. That's the one. Go with that.
How many answers do you think we're going to get on that one?
Yeah, right.
Mine or my dad?
My dad.
Sure. You're in. Just out of curiosity, how do you know that your father has a big one?
He just would whip it out anywhere. We'd be out fishing, and he just takes it out, and it flops out. He's uncut like Sal, too.
This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Ronnie gives a whole new meaning to block party.
What a stupid bitch!
Stern fans get more than they bargained for. And there are some major party fouls.
What's your problem? Testing 1, 2.
Baba Boo.
Yeah.
Hey-oh, yeah.
This Saturday night, Ronnie Munn takes the stage at the Allentown Brew Works in Allentown, PA, to host Ronnie Munn's block party.
We were looking to do some things to make some extra money, and I think Shuley came up with the idea of Ronnie's block party.
Oh, I need money. And, so we finally said, look, I'm going out on the road. Why not you guys join me? Any predictions that you can think of for this comedy show that's going to go down with Ronnie and Scott?
Failure.
It's unimaginable to me that they would be starting any kind of party around Ronnie. Ronnie is the opposite of the word party.
To get your predictions on how you think this show is going to go in Allentown with Scott and Ronnie.
I'd rather be in Japan for another tsunami.
On paper, home run. You got a DJ, you got a host, you got a block party. The Brew Works in Allentown, it was a nice venue, good people. So, you know, that was the first block party show. That's where we kicked it off at.
Scott's upstairs right now working the audio. I'm trying to... Okay.
What does he do? Wait. He's working the audio? What does he do?
Working the audio. He's testing it.
Plugging his phone in?
Yeah, he did. Swear to God, he got some nice drops. Popular.
It works? You plugged it in?
Plugged it in. It's working.
T-O-P-L-E-S-S. Oh, shut up, asshole.
He's got 4 sound bites in that fucking phone. He's got 5 songs, and he plugs it in, you know, to a mixing board.
We're all set.
We got to the first meet and greet, and first thing Scott wanted to know, where's the food?
Meet and greets make me feel good. I like that there are people that will spend the extra coinage to meet us, shake our hand, tell us, you know, how we get them through a tough day. The thing I love the most about the meet and greets is seeing people walking away from meeting Scott and seeing crumbs on their wrists and sleeves, because how rude of them to pay the extra money and not wait patiently while Scott eats his fucking chicken fingers. I love that the guy doesn't even bother to put down a fucking food or drink. You know, people, hey, I'm a big fan. You're like, well, that's great. Yeah. Well, I'm a big fan, too, of this Dijon mustard. Have you tried it?
All right. Well, it is my fault. I could leave the food and get it cold, but I like to eat hot food.
All right. Let me get one more. Hold on. Let me get one more, please.
Put the fucking food down. Spend some time meeting some people, pressing palms, maybe loading 2 more fucking sound bites in that phone.
Do you know what's going on? Like what time the show starts or anything?
Probably soon.
Soon. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
To the white women.
Yay!
Go Bucks.
Looking forward to seeing Scott the engineer and hoping that he bombs greatly tonight.
Scott is going to do terrible tonight, and I know it. So I think Scott will do okay, but he's going to choke because he's not funny.
I'm here to see Ronnie, the limo driver, and I would love to see Scott get anally raped up on stage tonight.
Mic check 1. John, how's it sound back there?
The way they had it wired didn't make sense to me, and I couldn't go unplugging things in the middle of the show.
When you're working with a phone as your DJ equipment, what do you expect is going to happen? I mean, you're going to have issues.
You want louder? Louder! A little louder. Is that good?
You know when there's not sound issues? When Scott is not in charge of it. When the venue has a sound person and they set it up. And of course, you know Scott's excuse.
I'm not really the sound guy here, though. Yeah. You know, I'm not responsible for...
Well, I didn't set it up. This isn't my system. Somebody here has to know that. Aren't you an engineer? Aren't they all the same thing after a while? There was sound problems, and the biggest problem is we have an engineer who can't fix them.
I mean, bring real equipment.